Yo, YouTube, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. I hope you guys are having an awesome day or night, man. In today's video, I'm coming at you guys with an After Effects tutorial, man. So I recently did 2 music video effects in After Effects, and they're super sick, man. I just wanted to get on here really quick and just show you guys how to do these effects, man. So I absolutely love the way these effects look, man. So let's head over to the computer and get started. All right, so the first thing that you want to do, I'm going to do the first effect first that I think is dope. I don't really have any names for these effects, but I'm just going to show you guys how I do them. First thing you want to do is import some footage into After Effects. I have some footage imported already, and then what I'm going to do is double click on the clip that's in the timeline. So double click that, and then that's going to take you into a layer tab. And what we're going to do when we're in this layer tab, we're going to go up to this tool right here. It's called the Roto Brush tool. We're going to click on that, and then we're just going to start drawing around our subject. Essentially what this is doing is just masking out your subject. It's just allowing you to not like have to use the pen tool. So we're just gonna roto brush him out as best as possible. I like to do it, try to get it as perfect as I possibly can the first time around, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go frame by frame and then adjust the roto brush. So I'm gonna zoom in. If you wanna zoom in, use your scroll wheel, and then if you wanna move around on your image, hold down H, and then that will allow you to move around. So I'm gonna hold down Alt. Anywhere that you want to get rid of roto brush, you hold down Alt and draw through it, and it'll get rid of it like that. Then I see I got these 3 spots right here. We don't want those, we just want his arm. Draw through it, boom. Draw through this one, boom. Now we're gonna go to preview on the right side of the screen, click preview, and then we're just gonna go frame by frame just to make sure that our roto brush doesn't mess up anywhere, because sometimes roto brush can mess up in a few spots. So we're just gonna make sure that it doesn't mess up. So we're gonna go frame by frame just to make sure everything is good. And when you're going frame by frame, if you see anything that is messed up, all you do, if you want to draw like something out, all you do is hold down Alt and then draw through it, and it'll fix it. So once you've got to the last frame and you fixed all your roto brush mess ups, what you're gonna want to do is go to this freeze button right here and then click on that, and what that basically is going to do is separate your whatever you masked out from the background, and then once you go back in your composition layer, you're just going to have the roto brush layer. Alright, now once that's frozen, you can exit out of this layer tab and then go back into your composition, and now you just see this roto brush layer. So what we're going to do to start the effect is we're going to click on our clip and then hold down Control D, and then we're going to duplicate that layer, and then on the bottom clip we're going to delete the roto brush off of the bottom clip, and then we're going to delete our roto brush layer. I mean, not delete, we're going to duplicate our roto brush layer, Control D. Then we're going to go down to this bottom roto brush layer, and we're going to affect this one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to this you go to this drop down tab and then go to transform, and then if you scale it up, you can kind of see the effect I'm trying to go for here. So I'm going to set a keyframe for scale, and then I'm going to go say like we'll do 6 frames, 6, and we'll boost it up to, let's say, 130. See how that looks. That looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to highlight these keyframes, right click, go to keyframe assistance, and then we're going to click easy ease. That's basically just going to make sure that this effect is it's going to be like a smooth like scale out. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to Control D this layer again, duplicate that layer, then I'm going to drag it underneath of this clip, and then we're going to adjust this second keyframe. I'm going to boost it up to, let's see how 170 looks. 170 looks good. So we're going to kind of delay this one too. So so this is the 6th frame, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go, say, put it right there. Alright, so for some reason this thing does not want to play, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go to File, Export, and then Add to Render Queue. Best settings, it's usually already set for you. And then Lossless, we're going to change this from AVI to QuickTime, and then we're going to name this, give it a random name, we're going to name it Expand, and we're going to render that out. Alright, now once it's exported, I'm going to bring this clip into Premiere, drop that in there like so, bring it into the timeline, and then now you see your effect right there. It's super dope, man. I love this effect. I used it actually for this music video, and I love it, man. And you can see really how good like Easy Ease works as far as keyframes go. They just come in so smooth instead of just like a harsh jump out at you. So that's pretty sick, man. I love this effect. Alright, so for our second effect, I like to call this one the offset effect because the effect we're going to be putting on this clip is called offset. So essentially what we're doing with this effect is this pretty much the same process as the last effect. We're going to double click on this clip, go up to the Roto Brush tool, and just start drawing around our subject like we did before. Like I said, you want to try to make sure your Roto Brush is perfect as possible in the beginning, so when you're going frame by frame, you don't have to do too much adjusting. Alright, so once you're done with masking, all you're going to do is hit freeze again. It's going to freeze your clip. Alright, so once it's froze, close out of your layer tab. Now you see you have your Roto Brush. And mine is kind of rough, so I'm going to feather it out just a little bit. And then I'm going to shift edge a little bit. What we're going to do now is we're basically going to do the same thing. Again, we're going to duplicate this layer, Control D, and then delete Roto Brush off the bottom layer. And then go to your effects and presets tab and then type in offset. Drag on offset to the bottom clip, and then we're going to go down here, effects, offset, and we're going to set a keyframe for shift center 2. I'm going to turn on motion blur for this as well. Set a keyframe for shift center 2, and then I'm going to go to the end of the clip, and then I am going to move this to the right a little bit. And then what you want to do now is you want to try to line him up as best as you can. I'm just gonna line him up, make sure it looks good. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna just drag that to the end, and then I'm gonna easy ease these keyframes. So right click, keyframe assistance, and then easy ease. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our effects and presets tab again, and we're gonna type in Gaussian blur, and we're gonna drag that onto the bottom clip as well. Go to the drop down tab for Gaussian blur, set a keyframe for blurriness, and then we're going to turn on repeat edge pixels, and then I'm going to go to the end of the clip, and then I'm going to boost that, say, to like 70. And then we're going to select these keyframes, and then we're going to go to keyframe assistance again, and then click easy ease. And then I'm going to export this as well. So go to file, export, and then add to render queue. Go to lossless, set that for QuickTime, hit OK, and then I'm going to name this offset. Click render. Alright, so once you have that clip exported, I'm going to import that into Premiere. My computer's being super slow right now for some reason. Double click that clip and then drag it into the timeline. Now you can see if it'll play. You have that effect. That effect's pretty cool, man. I like to use that effect for, you know, fast-paced songs. I think it's like a good transition shot, as well as the other effect is a really good transition shot. So yeah, man, these are two pretty sick effects that I really like to do in After Effects. I just think they're super interesting, and it just adds a different look to, you know, your video. So but yeah, guys, that was 2 music video effects that I really enjoy doing in After Effects, man. I've recently been doing a lot of stuff in After Effects, and I've been enjoying it a ton, man. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, man. Drop me a comment and let me know what other tutorials you guys would like to see from me. If it's from After Effects, Premiere Pro, Lightroom, or Photoshop, man, just drop me a comment down in the comment section and let me know, man. Make sure you guys crush that like button and click that notification bell to get notifications when I upload to this channel, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm out, guys. Peace.